Greetings and bienvenue. I am LioConvoy, coming at you with another drama video, and for once, somebody actually from my communities. Amazing. Celebrities. They are an important part of the makeup of the entertainment world and thus our cultural zeitgeist. However, the advent of social media has brought them closer to us than we previously imagined. This gives us a glimpse to their personal lives and what they do in their spare time. Like Henry Cavill, who does PC and miniature wargaming, or Dwayne Johnson, who plays Dungeons & Dragons, or even Harvey Weinstein, who hopefully dies from being beaten to death in prison for his interests. However, today we're talking about a far lesser-known industry person, a man named Gehan Cooray, an actor and director known for both 2015's The Land of Oz and 2020's The Billionaire. What, never heard of them? Neither did I. Anywho, what does Gihan do with his free time, this alleged millionaire? Why, he posts fan theories about He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, of course. Earlier this year, my friend Dusan invited me to a Facebook group that specifically talks about the Filmation He-Man cartoon. And as that's absolutely my jam, I joined in. The group has many mods, but one of the most well-known moderators is James Etalk, a He-Man historian and a local pure boy. In this group, Gihan posted such classic fan theories like Tila hatching from a giant egg and being compared to the Virgin Mary somehow. Look, I said he was an actor and a director. I never said he was sane. After people took questions to his fan theories, Gihan, in the depths of his ignorance, decided to pop off at James Etalk. When James Etalk referenced that he had worked on the He-Man and She-Ra brands, Gihan retaliated by stressing that he himself was a multi-millionaire who owns 2 condos in central Hollywood, self-funded a $1.3 million feature film, and it was all utterly unprovoked, causing Gihan to delete the post when James asked, "What the heck?" James reached out to Gihan privately, and for a while Gihan played nice. However, shortly after he created a fake account to personally attack James both publicly and privately, he also either utilized another account or had a friend by the name of Cassandra Hamilton, which was used to support his own posts and attack other people. Gihan was removed from the group after many people complained about his behavior and condescending attitude. Ironically, the person that he had his ire against the most, James, not once attempted to get him removed from the group. And how did this self-proclaimed Hollywood big shot respond to this? You know, the usual way, calling people barbarians, claiming they are his lessers, and telling people that God and Mary will come against them with the forces of heaven. Because the Bible strictly forbids you from criticizing his He-Man cartoon theories. Now, I'm just your local Bible thumper, but I somehow overlooked that verse in the time the Bible mentioned He-Man. He'll also call you a racist, regardless of what race you are, because if you mock a dumb fan theory, it's clearly due to racial biases and not because the theory is dumb. Also missing the fact that he's attacking people specifically over their race. In fact, I will have my friend here read you some of his messages.
Do you really think I'm going to waste my time listening to voice messages left by the likes of you? In the first She-Ra minicomic, Catra refers to He-Man as a barbarian oaf, and that's exactly what I think of you. You and your friend with the ugly merman Facebook profile picture, who love to bully and harass me, are uneducated, uncultured, uncultivated racist miscreants. I assume you're trying to talk to me about the Filmation group, which I had already told the admin I was prepared to leave. After all the stalking and bullying that I had endured by your kind, and apparently even now you're trying to stalk me. It is only after I refused to engage in any further correspondence with the admin that we permanently parted ways, as you can see in these screenshots. I am on other groups where there are far more cultured, educated, cultivated, and enlightened people who are not racist miscreants like you and your type. I'm going to block you now because you are not fit to speak to me. Go back to trying to pay your mortgage or whatever it is you have to do. Thankfully, in my case, God has blessed me so super abundantly that I don't need to work a day in my life. I live in the lap of luxury in Hollywood. I bet it hurts that a person of color like me could be so blessed. May God and the Blessed Virgin Mary and all the saints and angels in heaven deal with you.
Charming, isn't he? And I'm sure his character speaks to his values, such as humility, as he proclaims his beauty to the world. Granted, this is somehow beauty that needs heavy enough blur tool to script the metal off the jet engine, but who's paying attention? Oh, and about his bragging about being a millionaire. Dude, you live in what's essentially an extreme makeover of an apartment complex. Seriously, just carrying the stuff you'd buy at the store that distance would make most people decide not to live in such an asinine place. But those people have sense. You know, if he allegedly loves Masters so much, you'd assume he'd use his money and obvious brilliance to work on a Masters of the Universe movie or do something with the franchise he loves. Oh, I'm sorry. That makes sense. We can't do that here. But when you call him out directly for his bad behavior, this big bad millionaire will report you to Facebook. Because he's a pussy. It never ceases to amaze me how many people that grew up with cartoons that actively taught moral values somehow wound up internalizing none of them. Gihan, I know you're going to see this. You're exactly the type of egotistical clown to have Google alerts set up for his name. Next time, don't puss out on responding back to me, and try not to hide behind someone else's skirt. You are objective evidence that money doesn't buy class. Stay out of Masters of the Universe groups, and never speak to decent people again at that. Or I'll do the one thing you clearly can't stand. Make fun of you more, or leave you another voicemail. That is also an option. A special thanks to my patrons, and we'll end this video out with a very important segment.
Today, we saw that money doesn't buy everything. As Gihan showed us, it doesn't buy you dignity, class, or the common decency towards your fellow man. And like all people that value ego over empathy, he got exposed for what he really is, a hateful individual. You may know people like this in your life. The best way to deal with them is to stand up to them and show them that their bad attitude can't hurt you. It only hurts themselves. Until next time, friends, bye!